everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Homo for those who don't know, or Homolemo. This is my first sit down and I've decided to touch on a topic that is so sensitive and a topic that is, that has instilled so much insecurities in me. And listen, that I said instilled, it's not to say I don't have that insecurity anymore, but it's barely there. I'm working to a point where it's not there at all. I've had bad skin for about a decade actually. I started getting pimples and breakouts since I was 15, and obviously during your teen years, it gets stagey, but I'm sorry, once it goes past 20 or 19, after teen, so from 20 it stops being a stage, I feel. And obviously there's just so many factors that contribute to bad skin. It's diet, it's hydration, it's prevention measures are you taking to protect your skin from the sun, it's the type of acne or breakouts that you have. There's just so much to it that I only started researching about and learning about over the past 2 years. So this year I decided that was going to be the year of the skin, where I'm gonna write it down that I want to have good skin, and I'm gonna make changes, whatever change necessary I'm gonna make, and this year was the year. So I'll just give you a touch on just my journey for the past few years, and then I'm gonna end it off with 5 so late. I'm gonna end it off with 5 lessons / tips that you guys can perhaps incorporate, and things that I've learned over the past few years and things I'm going to take forward. And it's not to say that I'm great at skin. No, it's all a work in progress. So like I said, I've had acne for about 10 years, 11 years to be exact. And growing up, I didn't really, have a skincare routine. I literally used whatever. People may wash. If there's a shower gel there, I use it on my face, for my body. So whatever soap was there, I used it, guys, for everything. I ate whatever. I didn't care if it was dairy or if it had too much sugar, or I didn't care for not touching my face and picking pimples, because I didn't have guidance at the time. At the time, I didn't have guidance, and I think it's something so important. Like a skincare routine, it's so important to implement it from a young age, because like any other thing, it's habits, and I think it's good habit to practice taking care of your face and your skin. So yeah, so that's the basics of what it was when I was younger. I tried so many products. When you go into a Clicks, you're like, oh, I'm just gonna buy a face wash. You saw the latest advert, or your friends like, oh, you must try this. Or also another stress that I had was going into a Truitt's or an Edgar's, by the cosmetic side of things. People just jumping at you. Oh, what do you use for your skin? Can I, so that also deterred me from finding something that works for me so much, and to a point where I didn't really care. And then I started taking it more seriously when I was in varsity. I told my dad I want to see a dermatologist, and he took me to a dermatologist, and the dermatologist thought, I think I was about varsity. How old are you? I think it's in first year, 19, or when I was 20, 19 or 20. I went to see a derm, and the derm put me on Accutane. As many of you know, it's an intense treatment. It's super intense. But at the time, I didn't really get the after effects of it. I wasn't drinking much, So I took Accutane, I think, for about 6 months. I started off with 6 months, and my skin cleared out. At first, I had when your skin purges, I had breakouts, really, really bad breakouts. And obviously, at the time when I had breakouts, I'd just be picking, getting rid of stuff. So I was on Accutane for about 6 months. I went through the motions of it. Lips turned pink. It was a bad time in my life. And my skin cleared, so I was like, yes, nice. No more breakouts. That was my first thing, no more breakouts. So I didn't have breakouts. I stopped Accutane. I stopped breaking out. And then I was fine for about a year. And then after a year, things just went south, and I got so discouraged, and I just stopped. I carried on with my old habits. I didn't incorporate the habits of washing your face twice a day. I just washed my face as and when I showered. Sometimes it's twice a day, sometimes it's once, sometimes it's not. So So then I went on Roaccutane, and then I stopped it for a year. And then later on during varsity, I tried Accutane. And then I think I took that for about 3 months as well. It worked, and then I stopped it, and then I got a breakout again. And then I was just like, if this stage clearly what's meant to be will be, let it go, you know. And then I don't know at which point did I start researching. I think I then got influenced just by like social media and friends and just so many things with to basically lead me to start researching on skin and stuff like that. So my basic research was on just face mapping and pimples. Like I get a pimple on my cheek and want to understand why do I have a pimple on my cheek. I'll put up a face map that I started with, which tells you you'll have a pimple on your cheek because your pillow is dirty. There's hormonal pimples, I think the ones that occur around your chin area, and then your stress zone, I think it's around here. So just small little research, you know, things like that. But then this year was the year. This year was the year where I was like, damn it, you know what? I'm gonna sort this out. This year was the year, and I decided to try seeing an aesthetics doctor because I just felt like I've tried so much, you know. I've tried the pills, I've tried face washes, all sorts of just products. I've just tried so much. So let me go see an aesthetics doctor. And I did my research, and obviously influenced by social media. Did my research, influenced by social media. And then I went to Dr. P Aesthetics in Hyde Park. That's where I started. So I also researched like the price and stuff. And like towards the end of the year last year is when I started saving up, you know, for this like for these treatments. So obviously at the time when I'm saving up, I don't know how much I'm going to need. So I just put away like go to Dr. P's offices. So then I went to Dr. P's offices, and I'll also just share my journey there at Dr. P's. I went to Dr. P's, and the amazing thing with that is you start off with the face map, and it just really shows you everything, you know, all the wrong things. You know, I went for a face map, I saw what my problem areas were, and I started with my treatments. So I think I did Dr. P for about 3 months because also it's expensive. It's so expensive if you haven't planned for it, and obviously if you don't have the money. So I think I went for 3 months, and within those 3 months, I think I was going every 6 weeks, because I remember I think I went for about 3 or 4 facials, and then I also did microneedling.
So I am numbing now. I can't feel this part though. I don't know why it's on my lips, but it feels funny. I'm getting microneedling done today. So yeah, numbing in progress. We'll see how it goes.
And I also like to work on this area because that's where I'll post that for me.
Okay.
So I stamp a little bit on this area again.
Oh, that shit was sore. It was so sore, guys. It was so sore. And you'll see from the pictures as well that when you're in the process, you kind of, I remember feeling so discouraged and so demotivated to go back because my skin was bad. It was really, really bad. It was bad, you know. But what I learned from my treatments there is that like just your skin is like, it's so important to take care of it, you know. In the same way that you take care of your body by going to gym and eating well, your skin is just as important. Okay, so I'm gonna go into my 5 tips right now, or the 5 lessons that I've learned over time with regards to my skin journey. The first important lesson to starting, to finding a way to sort out my problem is go for a face map. You know, go check out your face. And it's not to say go for the treatments, just go check out your face and the problem areas that you have. I think so with, you know, go check out your face. And it's not to say go for the treatments, just go check out your face and the problem areas that you have. I think so with Dr. P, if I remember correctly, the face map is free as long as you're gonna get a treatment, but I think it costs around 200 rand if I'm not mistaken. Well, I think Sobe also does face mapping. And basically the face map will tell you, okay, you have hyperpigmentation here, so that's a problem area. Your skin is dehydrated, problem area. You're not using enough sunscreen, you know, so things like that. So it will point out what the problems are on your skin, you know. So that was number one for me. The face map is so important, just so you know what problems you're working with and what to sort out with and what to start working on first, you know. And then the second one is a skincare routine, you know, like find a routine that works for you, you know, like the disclaimer that I made, just because what I'm going to show you works for me doesn't mean it's going to work for you. So when I went for my treatment at Dr. P, I also got a couple of products there that I then took home to use, and obviously you purchase everything, right? And obviously it's expensive. So at the time, I remember I had tried out eucerin back in the days, maybe around last year somewhere, before I went to Dr. P, and then my skin broke out and I was like, I put the eucerin to the side. Then I went to the Dr. P offices, and then luckily, so then I told the lady, and she said, okay, continue using the eucerin face wash. So I'll show you guys. Continue using the eucerin face wash. Then she gave me a moisturizer that I had to use for the day, and then moisturizer to use for the night, and then sunscreen. Nah, I can't stress enough how important sunscreen is. So my current routine that I use is, so I start off my day with washing my face. I use the Derma Purifier Oil Control. This is not an advert, just by the way. So I use this cleansing gel when I wash my face in the evenings and in the mornings. And then I also use, and then my moisturizer for the day is two things, right? So I've decided to work on my pigments, my hyperpigmentation. So I'm trying out this even pigment perfector range thing, yeah, or eucerin. Also, all the products I use are eucerin because I found it's what works for me. It's eucerin. So this is just for my pigments. It's got like a sunscreeny vibe to it. It's also got a sunscreen in its game. It's a day cream, yeah, SPF 30. So I use this during the day, and then I end off my day routine with this, with the eucerin sunscreen. It's got 50 plus SPF. Like, guys, even if I'm not leaving the house, I always have this on. Like, if I'm going to be waking up, wash my face and sunscreen. I can't stress this enough. I wish I'd learned it at an earlier age. And then in the evenings, I showed you guys the face wash. In the evenings, I use this serum. So I don't use the serum all the time. It's just, I think I use the serum like three times a week or twice a week. And it's just really to tighten my skin, just so it's not too elastic and loose. So I use this hyaluronic filler. It's a night serum, 2 to 3 times a week. And then, so I put that on first, and then I use the skin renewal treatment moisturizer in the evenings. So I've been using these products for almost the whole year, actually. You know, we're in September now, so basically for 8 to 9 months I've been using these products, and they work, you know, and they work for me, and I'm super happy that I found a skin routine that works for me. Lesson number 3 is, it's important to know the type of acne that you have, you know. And so I also learned this at Dr. P, that there's different types of acne. Cystic acne, there's hormonal acne. Those are the 2 that I know. Cystic acne is the one where your breakouts are like, it's a lot. And then hormonal acne, even the pimples differ. Hormonal pimples look like, well, my ones anyway, they look like mosquito bites. It looks like I've been bitten by, it looks like I've been bitten by a mosquito. So they're usually really big. I actually had one here, and the current breakout that I have as well is a hormonal pimple. Yeah, so it's important to know which one you have. So then when I started at Dr. P, the lady said, oh, it seems like you have hormonal breakouts. So a way to combat that is to go on the pill. So to my detriment now, I went on the pill because, guys, I was desperate to find anything that works. I went on the pill. I went on Fermodine to try it out to balance out my hormone. And in terms of breakouts, I don't know if it actually worked. I just stopped it because of the weight gain. I gained weight on that damn pill. I even didn't finish the excuse me, I didn't finish the treatment because I was so upset at the weight gain. You know, to this day I'm still upset, but we're working on that. So yeah, that's lesson number 3. Number 4, guys, you need to know what triggers your acne. So for me, I can point out what triggers my pimples or breakouts. For me, it's dairy products and it's nuts, guys. Nuts, dairy products, too much sugar, as well as alcohol. Those are the 4 major things for me, you know. And it's not to say that I don't drink or I don't eat chocolate. I love chocolate. I love ice cream. I just eat it like, you know, just in moderation, just a little bit, not too much. It's so bad to a point where I'll eat ice cream and within less than an hour there's a pimple. I have a breakout. So find out what triggers your breakouts. You know, that's worked for me. I know what to stay away from. I know what to eat. Nuts as well, unfortunately, but I do have stuff with nuts because nuts are life. Ice cream is life. Alcohol, immunity. Even with alcohol, I try to stay away from the ciders because they do have a high sugar content. So I usually like my bubbles, you know, my gin. But also, life is too short to be too careful, you know. Find out what your triggers are. And then the last one, guys, the last one is patience. You know, you have to be patient. I remember I was trying out things for like 2 weeks, breakout, oh, this thing doesn't work. A month, oh, this thing doesn't work. I've tried out this for 9 months and it's working, you know. So you have to be patient. And I'm gonna tie the patience with just being comfortable in your skin, you know, because when you start, well, for me, I found that once I started being comfortable in it, I stopped making everything about it. Like, I stopped focusing on it so much, you know, like I stopped stressing about it. Like, it's not to say I don't take care of it, but I'm not like, oh my gosh, I'm not gonna eat this chocolate because I'm gonna break out. I'm not gonna, oh my gosh, my skin this. No, I'm not like that. So just be patient with yourself and learn to be comfortable in the skin that you are in, because it is a journey and a half. Will I get to a point where I have absolutely no scars? We will see. But for me, currently, I'm happy with the fact that I'm able to shoot this video. I'm confident to shoot this video, as well as I'm able to walk out and about, you know, like I'm able to walk out and about in the streets with no makeup on. You know, like I used to wear makeup so much when I started working. I remember, I think for about 2 years, every day I was wearing a face beat. Every day for 2 years, until I lost my luggage and my makeup was in the luggage, and so I had to go without it, and forced me to go to work without makeup on. And so to this day, I don't wear a full face beat every day, and it's so freeing, you know. It's so freeing, it's so great. It's only every now and again when I want to switch up on them, you know, to put like I give a talk about the face beat, when I want to put on the face beat. So yeah, I've reached a point where I'm comfortable in my base skin. I'm working on it. Like I said, it's a work in progress. And also another important thing for me, like a big milestone, is that I'm able just to wear powder, you know. On days where I want to, you know, zhuzh up without the full beat, I just, you know, put on some powder. I could never wear powder, guys, back in the days. I could never wear just powder on my face, and today I can, and I'm happy with that. Anyways, guys, I've spoken a lot. I hope my video does instill some confidence to the girl out there who's struggling with your skin. If you stage it will pass. There are greater problems in life, trust me. But thank you guys so much again for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys in my next video.